Hello everyone. So in this video we're starting off with a new chapter called sets. Alright, so this chapter is a part of class 11 CBSE, and coming to Tamil Nadu State Board, it's there in class 9 and 10 also. So both the boarders can watch this video, and here I begin. So coming to sets and the representation, so in our day-to-day lives we encounter a variety of groups. Alright, few of the examples are a pack of cards, a team of cricket players, etc. So if you closely watch, here the words pack and team, they convey a collection. Alright, they convey a collection of items. And coming to the definition of a set is a collection of well-defined objects. Alright, just because something is a collection, it does not mean it is a set also. A collection which is going to be consisting of well-defined objects is referred to as a set. For example, say the list of tall boys in your class is not a set, whereas the list of boys whose height varies from 168 centimeters to 175 centimeters of your class is a set. Because if you watch the first sentence, it does not mean a set because it is not well defined. Alright, the word tall, the meaning of it may vary from you to me. Alright, it's not well defined, whereas when you look at the second example, it has a range, and hence it is a well defined collection, which makes it a set. And moving on to the next example, so the next example says rivers of India. Yes, it is a well defined collection. And say for example, river Ganga is an element of the set rivers of India, whereas river Nile is not an element of the set rivers of India. And moving on, so let's try and well differentiate a not well defined collection and a well defined collection. So let's analyze these examples. So the first one says a group of most talented writers of India. So this is obviously not a well-defined collection because there are n number of writers in India. Alright, the writers who seem to be talented to me may not seem talented to others also. So it is not a well-defined collection. Moving on to the one on the right side, so it says a group of odd natural numbers less than 25. So yes, this is a well-defined collection because it says a group of odd natural numbers less than 25. We know natural numbers, they begin from 1 and go up to infinity, and we know odd numbers are of the form 2n plus 1. So the numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are going to be odd numbers. That is, the numbers which are not divisible by 2 are called as odd numbers. So this is a well-defined collection. And moving on to the next one, the next example says a group of girls. Alright, so this is not a well-defined collection because it doesn't signify the location or the characteristics or anything. So it is not a well-defined collection, and hence it is not a set. Of course it is a collection. Remember, just because it is a collection, it doesn't mean it is a set. Whereas the one on the right side, it says group of girls in class 11 of your school. Alright, in class 11 of your school. Yes, you can easily signify, you can easily find them out. Correct, and it is a finite set also. And moving on, so sets are usually denoted by the letters capital A, B, C, X, Y, Z, etc. And the elements of a set are represented by small letters A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, etc. And if an element, that is, if A is an element of set A, capital A, then we say this, that is A, small a belongs to capital A. Alright, so we are going to replace this belongs to, every time it is tiring to write A belongs to A. So from now on we'll be replacing this belongs to by the Greek letter epsilon. Alright, the epsilon looks like this. It looks like this. So from now on we will write A epsilon A, which means A belongs to A. It is usually read as A belongs to A, but we will write it as A epsilon A. And if B does not belong to set A, it is then written as B does not belong to A. Alright, this epsilon, that is this crossed epsilon, means it does not belong to, whereas the normal epsilon means it belongs to. For example, let's look at the first one. It says if A, set A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we say number 3 belongs to the set A, clearly because 3 is among the elements, whereas 6 does not belong to A, because we don't find 6 anywhere. It does not belong to the set A. And looking at the second example, it says if P is a set of perfect square numbers, then 36 belongs to P, but 5 does not belong to P. Of course, 5 can be represented as a square, but it is not a perfect square, whereas 36, it is the square of 6. So 6 times 6 gives us 36. So and hence 36 belongs to the set. Moving on, let's look at this example. So it says, which of the following are sets? Justify. So the first question says, the collection of all months of a year beginning with the letter J. Is it a set? Yes, it is a set because it is well defined, alright. The collection of all months of a year at the primary level is well defined. Beginning with the letter J, it is more specified, alright. So, and hence it is a set. So, we know the months that begin with the letter J are January, June, and July, alright. And moving on to the second question or sentence, it says the collection of 10 most talented writers of India. Here again, if you remember, as in I told you in the previous example, the people who seem talented to me may not seem talented to you, and the vice versa is also not possible. And hence, this is not a well-defined collection, so it is not a set. So this is not a set. And moving on to the third sentence, it says a collection of novels written by the writer Munshi Premchand. Is it a set? Yes, it is a set. So it says a collection of novels written by the writer Munshi Premchand. Alright, it does not say the collection of novels written by Indian writers or simply writers. It's more specific. It says by the writer Munshi Premchand. So in this set of books or novels, I cannot expect, or I cannot include the set of books written by another author. It is going to be more specific, and hence it is a set. And let's move on to the fourth question, which is a collection of most dangerous animals in the world. Is it a set? No, it is not a set, because the animals, again, let's say a domestic animal for that matter, let's say a cat or a dog, it may not seem dangerous to a person, which may seem dangerous to me. Or it may not seem dangerous to me, it may seem dangerous to some other person. And hence, this is not a set because it is not a well-defined collection. And moving on to the second example, it says if A equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then insert appropriate symbols belongs to or does not belong to in each of the blank spaces. So, does 4 belong to A? Does 4 belong to A? Yes, 4 belongs to A because we can find 4 in the set A. So, I will write belongs to A. Does minus 4 belong to A? No, it is not a part of A. It is not an element of A, and hence we write does not belong to A. Alright. And moving on to the third one, 12-A. Does 12 belong to A? No, 12 does not belong to A because A clearly has elements from 0 to 10. So 12 does not belong to A. That is, I write a crossed epsilon. Coming to the fourth question, it says 9 dash A. What is it then? 9 belongs to A because we can find 9 as an element in the set. So 9 belongs to A. And coming to the fifth one, it says 0 dash A. 0, yes, it belongs to A because we can clearly see that 0 is an element of A. And moving on to the sixth question, it says minus 2. Does it belong to A? It does not belong to A clearly because we can only see positive numbers in the elements of the set. So it does not belong to again. And here are a few examples of sets. Before we see that, let's see the representation of the set. So a set or the elements of the set are enclosed by parenthesis. This, alright. For example, A equal to A equal to the A, B and C. Let me use another marker. For example, say A equal to 1, 2 and 3 for that matter. 1, 2 and 3. I will enclose it in parenthesis this. Alright, so this is how a set is usually represented. The elements or the members of the set are the ones inside, alright. The 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are going to be called as the elements or the members of the set. So they are not going to change if the order in which they are placed is going to change also. So these numbers, I can write it the other way around and still the set will be equal. So this we will see in the concept of equality of sets. So let's look at the examples of set. So capital N denotes the set of all natural numbers. Capital Z denotes the set of all integers. Capital Q denotes the set of all rational numbers. Capital R denotes the set of all real numbers, that is rational and irrational numbers. Z superscript plus denotes the set of all positive integers. Q superscript plus denotes the set of all positive rational numbers. R superscript plus denotes the set of all positive real numbers. So from now on we will encounter these symbols often. So this is all for this video and thank you.